jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
What's good? Shout out to everyone that's in the building. WCS back on the boulevard once again. Big blunts and boxing first in the building. What's good? Salute to you. The GOAT has arrived. So what's good with it? Shout out to all the other supporters that's inbound. Yeah, we have a very, very interesting topic today. You know what I'm saying? WCS just wants to inquire about something, nothing technical. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing too technical. You know, as you all understand, we have a fight that's on the horizon, 2.5 weeks out. You know, the fourth is going to be over in about maybe about 4 hours, so to speak. So therefore, it's getting close to cutoff time. You know what I'm saying, for this training. Shout out to the NYT on deck. Salute. Caps in full G in the building. What's good? Salute to you, brother. Don Vaughn on deck. Salute to you. So, you know, for those of you that's old to the game of boxing, you already know there's a big fight that's going down in Vegas, of course, in July 29th, right? And there's a lot of, curiosity about this fight. There's a lot of anxiety that's built up because the magnitude of this fight is extremely serious. You know what I'm saying? The weight of it does have influence in the state of boxing, especially in the welterweight division. We're about to get a fight where in the 4-belt era, of course, this fight means a whole hell of a lot with two fighters attempting to become welterweight undisputed world champion. Now, if you're talking about backstories, this is the fight. And these are the two fighters that can give you all the content you need. The backstory has been there plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? It's so much content in the bubble of this entire matchup that it's hard for you not to know, timelines. If you followed this from years and years back on what this means to both fighters. Of course, Errol Spence has been in the welterweight division longer than Bud Crawford. We know that. And we've seen the easy route taken to the point where the WBC belt and the WBA belt was finally uplifted and into the possession of Errol Spence Jr. to further unify as the WBC, WBA, and IBF world champion. With that said, last year, April 16th, Udinas Ugas was the last champion up to this point that Errol Spence stepped in the square with. The reason why it's important is not so much to the fact of how the fight played out. I want to take it back just a little bit further. I want you all to go back and remember how Errol Spence looked. This is the Errol Spence after the accident, right? Okay. This fight was in Texas. I want you to go back and just do your own increase into the search engines. Whatever search engine is your preference, God damn it, you use it. But you will find pictures out there like this to the left of how he looked right now, 2.5, 3 weeks out, how he looked. Look to the left. That's how he looked already. He was already conditioned, in shape, shredded. You can see the definition. The abdominal bellies are full. You know what I'm saying? This how he looked when you want to put that window up there and spray some Windex on it and wipe that motherfucker off. That's what you got. You got an Errol Spence that was in shape and he was conditioned and super shredded. And all I'm saying is, why in the hell is the picture on the right at this point in time doesn't reflect the same? Now, it's going to be some casuals that come on here and say, well, it's the tattoos. No, it ain't the tattoos. Stop it. It's not the tattoos, okay? It's not the tattoos. Okay, I know you've been seeing pictures that's out there. I don't care nothing about the pictures unless they was mirror image of what we seen last year around this time out heading to the scales. Headed to the scales at this freaking window, this amount of days out to the left, that's how he looked last year. We can't put age on it. We can't put age on this shit. No, No, they talk about how young he is compared to Crawford, right? Look at this shit. Look at it. You tell me. There's a difference. There's a distinct difference. You can't talk about the layoff. I don't want to hear shit about the layoff. Nope. I don't want to hear nothing about the layoff because, it's been on record that layoff don't matter. He's been inactive before. This ain't no different. And making so strangely non-debatable is the fact that this man has just went over a year, April 16th of 2023. So the layoff hasn't been extreme like we see some fighters have been out like 24 months plus. That's not the case right here. So y'all tell me, why is it that Errol Spence Jr. doesn't look as shredded as he did last year around this time with 2.5 weeks out? Why? I want to know. I need information from these boxing scholars that frequent WCS's chat. I know y'all got the answers. Tell me what's on your mind, God damn it. I know y'all know. Man. How can this guy fuck the tattoos? Because he didn't get that, to whenever he had something going on or whatever. Who knows? But all I want to know is, this time last year, this man was conditioned. The key word, conditioned. He was in shape. And this is looking at him like the way it is. A lot of people are going to say, oh, he was training Derrick James. Listen to me. Spence went into this fight, to the open workout. When you seen him with the open workout with Derrick James, this man had very low body fat. People were saying, God damn, he in shape. He looked a little skinnier than I would expect, but he was in shape. The dude that's to your left with the haircut, the low hair, that's Spence last year, y'all. He's about 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks out from the Ugas fight. About to go in there and fight for the WBA title. Now you take May, June, July. It is July 4th. So we're looking at just 14 months. May, June, 14 months inactivity. And you're looking at the guy to the right. There's no way even close to the conditioning that he was last year when he's about to head in here with a much dangerous opponent in Bud Crawford, a way much dangerous opponent, y'all, than Bud Crawford. But yet his conditioning is telling me something just ain't right. I'm just being honest with you. See, somebody try to, come at me because I said he's not going to be in Texas and he got to jump outside and go to Vegas. And I was explaining to them how Bud Crawford always stay in shape and maintain his nutritional discipline. It's extremely important. Like, you got to have the mindset. And once your mindset is there, even when nobody's looking, your body will follow, right? But during this time when I was saying that, Spence looked like he had gained weight and, whatever else, and people's like, no, you just hating on Spence. Well, this is a juxtapose for you. This is a juxtapose last year. I have to say the guy that's to the left, is where I would want the guy at this point, Errol Spence in 2023 to look at this point, and he's not looking that way. And look, don't think this is like an old pick when he first started training. This is a fresh pick. This is a fresh pick. Go look it up for yourself. This one to the right, this is a fresh pick. Seriously, where's the abs? Where's the abs, dog? Where you really want to go in here and chance, not being 100%? You think just okay? Well, we can't be on the hometown special, so we got to do it the best way we know how. You think just going in here training boxing is all you need for a fight that's going to test both fighters' resilience? It's going to test their attrition. It's going to test, just how tough they truly are, in adverse situations during this fight. It's gonna pretty much test the heart barometer of both fighters. And you want to go in here half-assing the conditioning because allegedly, you cut corners when you had that hometown cooking. You're talking to a guy who is very educated in that area of nutrition. You know what I'm saying? I'm very educated on that area. And people always want to say, well, you juicing this, that, and that. No, it takes an educated person to tell you if someone is cutting corners or someone is doing something here and there and the other. You know what I'm saying? Look, all I'm saying is when you're in the hometown, maybe there's some corners that you're able to take that can get you to the destination just a little bit quicker. I'm just saying. I'm not saying this is the case of Spence, of course, because I wouldn't want to upset nobody. It's just saying that if I'm obviously making a comparison and I'm assessing what I see as far as the low body fat with Spence. Look, I don't care what other channel, there's pro Spence channels on this. You can't tell me shit about anything when it comes to conditioning. It don't matter how much you lift weights. It has nothing to do with this picture right here. Mitts has nothing to do with this picture right here. Tattoos don't have nothing to do with the picture, bro. The accident has nothing to do with the picture. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about one of the biggest fights that's about to take place and change people's lives is betting half their trailer home and a wheel, you know what I'm saying, They putting half of their trailer home up for freaking collateral on this fight July 29th. Yeah, people putting their whole sofa entertainment systems. You know what I'm saying? They're taking roof shingles. They're taking roof shingles and seeing, can they go to the pawn shop and see how much they can get for them? They're trying to pawn old dinnerware. They're really putting up some money for this fight, man. That's how important this fight is for certain people. But let's make a bet on this conditioning right here. This is important. This is very, very important now. I said this last year. I say this man is in shape long before he's supposed to be this shredded. That means now he's where he's supposed to be on weight. He can just focus on boxing. But in this camp with Crawford, I'm going to be honest with you. He wasn't truly able to focus on boxing like this. He has to cut weight. It's a fat camp for him. And everybody that's close to him knows the shit. He's not just going in there, working on his technique and all that. Yeah, he's going to take a time, but he's spending ample amount of collateral time trying to drop that fat. I saw somebody leave a super chat in here. Shout out to Caps in Full G with the $5 super chat on deck. WCS, appreciate you. One love, man. Thanks for supporting the channel, my brother. Crawford got him on VADA. That was the gruesome negotiating Spence was saying. No. Why is somebody over here speaking that boxing knowledge, dog? Somebody got somebody on VADA. And not to mention the freaking super chat is in green too. The outline of my thumbnail is green for a reason. Shout out to Captain 4G for the $5 super chat for dropping the knowledge that may be concerning to certain people. God damn it. I didn't want to bring it up. I told you all I like putting subliminals in my freaking thumbnails. And just so happened, there's a boxing scholar in the chat too. He is saying strenuous negotiations consisted of VADA testing. So imagine that. Imagine that. You have to participate just like Floyd wanted Manny Pacquiao to participate. Imagine this shit, people. How important VADA testing is. But, Captain Fool, I'm still concerned, my brother. I'm concerned. Why? Because Victor Conte came out with that freaking tweet and he put it out there that he thought it was unfair, that was almost like hush censorship, not make it known to the public about the VADA testing coming over from the side of the PBC. You know what I'm saying? That's what Victor Conte put out there, that, that was his concern, that it was hush about the VADA testing. That is my concern. And kudos to Terrence Crawford. Well, all Bud wants, and I'm not speaking for Bud, but all Bud wants is a fair playing field for one of the biggest fights of his career to revisit and regain the undisputed titles. Not only that, this would be the second time for which he was able to achieve this feat. You feel me? But shout out to you, my brother, for that $5 super chat. You already know what it is, man. Much appreciated. Let me get to the chat right quick. Don't want to get too far behind. I know it's the 4th of July, and a lot of you cats that's in the chat are goddamn fucked up. You've been drinking and sipping and goddamn doing a whole lot of shit today. You know what I'm saying? Bud, the honey badger, don't care about size tearing him up strategically and brutally. Yeah, man. But you know, even a honey badger say, hey, we need to do things a little different. We need to get this testing done, okay? You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a bad motherfucker, but something I need to happen, you know, with this VADA, it is accessible to us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you please can jump on board and get this testing. You know what I'm saying? So I can feel good that I'm not going in there against a juice head. You know what I'm saying? Someone who is receiving enhancements just for my safety. Hey, what does they say, y'all? Just for my safety and yours. This is for my safety and yours. Shout out to Toby Bartlett in the building. Salute WCS in the chat. We're global, baby. We're global. Yes, indeed. Salute to you, big dog. The fireworks are going off now. You know what I'm saying? I think they coming from your way, man. You know what I'm saying? I think they sending fireworks over here. You know what I'm saying? From across the waters, man. Salute to you, brother. Toby said he looks like two different people. Of course, man. That's what Captain Fool was talking about. You know, he was just suggesting, you know what I'm saying? He was putting out there information that Crawford pretty much enforced. He wanted that testing. But something that I didn't mention either. I just wonder why he was giving Crawford those concessions to make the fight if Crawford's the B-side. What happened to all that tough talk, you know, that was going on so much in 22 that, you know, we'll give him whatever we want to give him if he keep on talking. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 7714 on deck. He said, wow, significant difference, no cap. I'm just saying, you know, remove the tattoos and everything else. That does not look like the same person that was getting ready for training with Udenis Ugas last year. We're not talking about 2 years ago. We're not talking about before Sean Porter. This is a guy who got in tremendous conditioning for the Ugas fight. Shredded, y'all. Come on, look hardly any body fat on Spence, and he's way out. You know, this is not even the day before the weigh-ins. He's already shredded like that, man. You're talking about an 8-pack. This dude has an 8-pack, and then you look to the right, he just has a pack. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's a pack of Swishers. You know what I'm saying? A pack of Slim Jims. I don't know what's sitting in that. I don't know. A pack of M&Ms. He kisses. I don't know, man. I just know I don't see any definition. Every picture that he takes, he's looking at the ground. I don't want to make any assumptions as to why that is, but every picture he takes, like you see, look, this is a method to my madness, bro. This is a method. I put a message in my shit, right? Look at this picture of him to the right. He knows he's in shape now. He's walking with a strut. He's like, yeah, I'm going over here. I'm good. I'm on schedule. You know what I'm saying? To my weight goals. I'm good. He's walking with his head up, y'all. He's looking forward. He's walking with his head up. He feels good. Look at that confidence on his face. Then you look at the one to the right, and I would encourage you to check out his IG. Most of the pictures that you see him, he's looking at the ground. Dude has some shit on his mind. You know what I'm saying? He has some shit on his mind. You know, it's quite different than the one to the left when he's, you know, chest out, shoulders back. You know what I'm saying? He's walking, strutting. He's ready. But this one to the right, he's deconditioned. I'm not saying he don't have any type of shape to him. He's deconditioned. He's not in the same mirroring type of reflection that we see to the left. And also his head is looking at the ground. like most of his pictures that you will see that's coming out. And it's only 2.5 weeks left, y'all. Don Vaughn says Spence has that Adrian Broner gut. See? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to start putting somebody at the door to check ID. Y'all going over here and y'all speaking a little bit reckless, man. And people might get upset, Don Vaughn. You know, I mean, people, the closer we get to this fight, Don, I don't want nobody tapping on your window now. Hey, nigga, come out here for a second. Yeah, you were talking that shit over there. Step outside for a minute, right quick. Yeah, I drove all the way from Texas over here, nigga. You thought I ain't know? Well, so what you saying? What you saying? He got something like AB. I'm talking about these Spencerholics, man. They angry. They agitated. The thumbnail don't lie. Tell me I'm lying, bro. Tell me I am lying on this right here. Tell me that look, Don is not far off the mark. Tell me, Caps in Full, the comment that he left doesn't make sense when it comes to the serious negotiation that will include testing. And it may be a huge concern for Errol Spence. Tell me why this man is looking at the ground. Tell me, man. He doesn't look like the same guy on the left. When you know you got it, you know what I'm saying? When you know you got it, because he already knew he was going to win the fight with Ugas. But when your aesthetics are on full display, you walk differently, bro, especially when summertime coming around or you at the gym and you know you shredded, you got the six pack, your shit's on point, you right. You know when you walk past the women, you good. You got a different little strut about you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know they looking. Hey, that's what it is. Spence feel confident. But this guy to the right, not so much. Not so much, dog. He don't feel confident. Don Vaughn say, salute, brother. I didn't think men talked about size, especially other men. I don't know exactly what you're saying, but let me just take a stab at what you're talking about. To be honest, Toby, men in certain situations will say, let's just say you're in the gym, right? Let's just say you're in the gym. Let's just say you're in CrossFit. You know, either one of those. A guy will say, hey, dude, you got some big arms. You this, that, and the other. It happens, bro. I mean, if you're not a gym rat or a gym member, well, you won't know too much about this. But it's guys that'll say, oh, man, you know, what you working on? You might get guys that's basically undeveloped. They're trying to work themselves into where you at right now, and they may give you a compliment, say, "Dang, dude, you got a big back. You got a huge back, man." You know, it ain't no zesty shit. You know, that's just like regular gym talk, like CrossFit. You look at some of these CrossFit competitors, bro. Look, I've seen these CrossFit men and women, and the workouts they put themselves through is unfucking believable. And the calves that some of these athletes have is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I'm gonna guess what the numero uno guess may be is that these aerosexuals are pretty much enamored about the pictures they're seeing with Spence and saying, "Oh man, oh he looks so huge." They keep on talking about how big this dude is, like they go into a bodybuilding contest. This is not the NPC. This is not the IFBB. Y'all keep on talking about how big he is than Crawford. Both of these guys have to weigh in on the scales at 147 pounds. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that, but that's the stab that I'm thinking the direction that you're going. You have a lot of people that are speaking highly of how big Spence look. Like you gotta understand that this is the same Spence who just fought Ugas, y'all. Why are y'all sitting up here acting like this dude is about to go in there and compete against Jay Cutler? Lee Haney. Why? This is not a bodybuilding or men's physique contest. This is where you have to make weight to go into a fight. When did size, when it comes down to shit that just don't make any sense, in boxing? Because we've seen big dudes get beat up, and we've seen big dudes beat up smaller dudes. But in this particular case, why does it make so much? Why does it matter so much right now when it comes to Spence? Just because y'all just trying to y'all real talk, y'all just trying to say, oh, this is our way of encouraging him. In the last 3 weeks, we want to encourage him to continue. We want to encourage him with compliments because we know he's out of shape. We just want to encourage him to get back in shape. He ain't got it, y'all. He ain't got it. I don't care how he look on the mitts. I can give a shit about how he look on the mitts with Derrick James, who's on, he's on the same freaking plan as Errol. I don't want to, if I'm training, I don't need to see my coach with no shirt on. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm just trying to get my training in. But Derrick's trying to be in the picture too. He's trying to be Diddy for this fight camp. I get it. He wants to look in shape. It ain't nothing wrong with being in shape now. It ain't nothing wrong. Expert genius on deck. He said, I'm about to ruffle some feathers, but there's no Pez this time, so I think. I need to ask you some expert genius. Who said something about Pez? I never said anything about Pez. Truth be told, that expert genius, he might just be on some fiber. He might be eating those power greens that you can buy at the local grocery store. That expert genius. Let's be real with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are into juicing. That means a blender. They're into the kale, the spinach. You know what I'm saying? Carrots, beets. You know what I'm saying? Like they're into juicing. This may be that he is forced to juice to drop this weight the natural way. I'm not excluding what you just put in there. I'm not excluding that. I'm just saying, like, let's do a little bit more preparatory research first before we just go all the way to the final conclusion. Hey, the results have come in, and yes, so and so has tested positive. We're gonna leave that alone because we're not trying to offend the aerosexuals that are out here knowing probably what you're talking about. They just don't want to say anything about it. They're looking at this thumbnail and they know something ain't right, but they just trying to sit up here and like, oh man, he's God, man, he's looking big. Oh my, no, it doesn't have anything to do with boxing, bro. It's the same guy who fought Ugas last year, and y'all up here just acting like this man is a whole new reinvented Errol Spence. He's not. He's the same guy that was last year, bro. The primary result is that he's facing an extremely tough opponent who's already been undisputed at 140. So being that the fight is outside of Texas, which that was another one of Crawford's demands. He did not want to fight outside of Texas. He did not want the fight to be inside of Texas. And they're fighting in Vegas. I'm still curious as to why he gave him that bet money, though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Crawford for doing what he's supposed to do. I'm just curious as to why he wanted to say, I had to make all the concessions. I had to make concessions for this, that, and the other. Hey, bro, that right side picture, there's concerned. The aerosexuals, y'all should be extremely concerned about that too. He doesn't look confident. He doesn't look conditioned. And he talking about, when I get in there on my step, well, goddamn it, it better be different than the way you would step into the refrigerator. It better be a different type of step 1, 2. Because it looked like you was eating real healthy when we seen you with those smothered buttered crab legs. It looked like it's taking a little bit longer to drop that butter sauce off on the midsection now. You know what I'm saying? Look like those crab legs are still sitting in there nicely. They're saturated those fat cells for real. Now we seen Crawford with a 6-pack months and months ago. But I'm just saying, it just seems like that real butter that you was, sopping up, it might still be in your system a little bit now. Salute you, fam. You absolutely do your research. I appreciate you, bro. If that's for me, I appreciate you. Let's get the likes up, folks. No doubt. Just CMD Boxing Reports, said, please get the likes up if you don't mind. I would appreciate it. We have more people than 20 in the building. If y'all can get the likes up, come on, man. It ain't nothing else for WCS to prove, man. Y'all know I be out there at the fights and everything, man. Dang, why would y'all come in here and not even hit the like, man? Come on, bro. We in this together, man. We 2.5 weeks out. We about to hit these battlegrounds together, man. This is history. Man. Shout out to Ray Sanders II. What's good, WCS in the chat? What's good with it, brother? Toby said, I Jay was supposed to have employed a nutritionist and chef now for this camp. Okay. I'm going to respond to that just like this, right? He had that same nutritionist, supposedly. They had already dialed it in. You got to understand one thing. Spence was on record as saying that this was an area of his training that he felt that wasn't necessary. He didn't want to invest the money. He would be better to buy smothered crab legs than buy a nutritionist. So he had to get on tap and invest in a nutritionist. So when he came out with this picture to the left, their stamp was that he hired a nutritionist, and that's what he was locked in with. Because people was like, damn, he in good shape. I had some of my people that was at the open workout. We was talking on the phone and shit, doing the open workout and everything like that. He said, man, old boy's in shape, this, that, and the other. And when they ask him in the interviews, he said, yeah, I got a nutritionist. So yeah, you're right. He did supposedly get a nutritionist and a chef, but we're not sure if he still has a nutritionist and a chef. I don't know, because if you're telling me to the left, you had the nutritionist and chef, and they're the same people that's with you now, and we're looking at this to the right, something don't add up, bro. Something don't add up, Toby. It just don't add up, bro. You know what I'm saying? It don't add up. That's all I'm saying. This shit don't add up. Real talk. Shout out to Bandeli, if that's even how you say it. Shout out to you showing up, pulling up on the boulevard. He said, well, WCS in the chat. Spence knows no matter how hard he trains, the shit won't help him. So why go all out like he did with Ugas? All Spence thinking about is the bag. Dang. So he's just thinking about the bag. I think he's thinking about, don't get me up here lying. I don't know what the fuck he thinking about. Real talk. I don't care what he thinking about. I don't even want to process it as if he better be thinking about Crawford. He better be thinking about his offensive strategy. He better be thinking about how the first, 2 or 3 rounds going to play out. He better be thinking about how he going to approach Crawford to open up the fight. Is he going to step, so to speak, and put that pressure on him from the opening bell? Is that feasible for him to do that? Does he believe in himself to be able to come out the gate and put that pressure on Crawford like that? Because Crawford is a very, very punctual counterpuncher. Also, he's going to be in tremendous shape. And I know from listening to the aerosexuals when they saw him at Beverly Hills at the first presser. I know, I was hearing a lot of them say, ah, Crawford looked like his little kid. Crawford looked like Spence's little son or something. Crawford, he looked like a little boy next to Spence. And I'm saying to myself, bro, come on now. Y'all smarter than this. They have to weigh in the same. Plus, you're talking about there's weight limits to this shit. But keep hope alive, Bandelli. Keep hope alive, man. That's all I gotta say. Keep hope alive, man. I cannot, really give you any hypotheticals about Spence or anything like that. But he's looking at the ground. He's thinking about something, man. He's thinking about something. I mean, I'm talking about his thoughts are heavy. He's thinking about something. I want him to think about everything he needs to think about going in this fight. I don't want to hear any excuses. I want everything to be cool. I don't want no bullshit like we seen in Rolly Romero fight. I don't want to know. I don't want the referee stopping this shit. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere. No. You weren't right. No, I don't want that shit. I want this fight to be undeniably the fighter who won did it fair and square. That's all I want. Shout out to Caps in Full G with a $5 super chat. On deck once again. Appreciate you, my brother. Much appreciated. Thank you. How Spence in shape when he said he natural 161, 68. He can look a part, but he won't play the part. So what you saying, Caps in Full? This naturally 160, 168. But he ain't gonna be able to move like it. He ain't gonna be able to go in there and dominate. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, my brother, he mentioned his natural weight. When was that ever a topic of discussion? Your natural weight, homie. When do we actually have to know that information? Oh, this is my natural weight. I'm so tired of checking in at 147. My natural weight, 165, 168. So all of a sudden, you want to provide us with information heading into this fight. The fight that you put on the manifesto, homie. You put this on the manifesto that you want to be undisputed at welterweight division. Spence put that on the manifesto, not Crawford. Crawford just happened to be the final destination. And the WBO world titleist and the last man standing in him being Errol Spence, his 4-belt quest to become undisputed. Yeah, you took the easy route knowing damn well your mind was heavy, dog. But I get what you're saying, man. He's a natural 160, 168 pounder who's all of a sudden finding himself that he can't cut corners to lose this weight and heading into Vegas. He can't do it. He cannot do it, bro. You know what? I just see Crawford going in there and dominating. Like I said, my prediction is point blank, period. I'm not giving you no prognosticated rounds or shit like that. I'm saying stoppage 6 round or less. That's it. That's my prediction. I'm not saying, Spence gonna come out and he gonna work behind an educated jab, active stick to open the first round, active stick. He's gonna keep that double, triple. You know what I'm saying? Depending how he feel, he might stick it to the. I'm not going through no animated motherfucking cartoon series, man. I'm not giving you a freaking sitcom on how this fight is gonna play out, like it's a reality TV show. Appreciate you, Captain Fool, for that $5 super chat, brother. One love once again. And thanks for the support. Big Blunt say this one for the bag. I have individuals in the chat saying, Errol, you are definitely showing up in attendance for the monetary purse. Because truth be told, Errol, you may find it extremely difficult to get yourself up for a fight of this magnitude. I'm not saying Errol's not going to look the part. He's still got weeks to do this drastic weight cut, right? But just a year ago, 14 months, you were super shredded already at this point. At this juncture, you was already super shredded, bro. Now you just over there like you just left In and Out. What a burger. You having a much more longer period of time to shred up. And you can't, none of y'all can blame it on the tats. I don't know why the hell he went over there and just got all those tats, but that's his body. I don't give a fuck. Don't let me get to be talking about a man's freaking decision for his own body. Then Toby might hit me in the DM. Hey man, I told you, man, don't be looking at a man's body like that, dog. I almost unsubscribed to you now. Don't do that shit now. God damn it, the man want to get tattoos. He get tattoos. All right, yeah, you're right, man. My bad. My bad. I'm tripping, dog. You know what I'm saying? I just saw the picture to the left, and just a year ago, nigga didn't have no ink on him, and then now, motherfucker got goddamn 4 chest plates, back plate, sleeves, all that. He got sharks swimming around, around his belly and shit. I'm like, excuse me? Is there anyone in the group that he looks up to? Anyone? Can we get answers? The man has little sand sharks swimming around where his abdominals at. Little sand reef sharks. You know what I'm saying? Don't look like the big fish to me. I'm just saying. The fishy part about this to me is that in both pictures, he probably the same way, but the muscle mass is dramatically different. Like that shit right there. I like that. People up here goddamn doing motherfucking investigative information determination. Results are in. I like that shit right there, man. I mean, we don't know for sure. But I like it because he could possibly, absolutely be the same weight. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He can potentially be the same weight in both pictures. I like that. He could definitely be the same weight. But clearly, we understand that the fat cells are on a different program to the right. I'm not saying the fat cells are being rebellious. I'm just saying that they're taking a little bit longer. They're stubborn. They just don't want to shrink up like they're supposed to. I'm just saying. But 7714 might be on to something. Just make sure you close your curtains tonight, man. I'm telling you, you and Don, you said some shit today. They might come tapping on the window. I'm serious. Shit gonna get real tense, heading into this fight, man. 2.5 weeks remaining. I'm telling you, man, they got them search tactical teams out there, them Texas tacticals teams out there. They out there trying to, ask hard questions, to comments that's being left in my chat. They be screenshotting my chat for some reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Don Vaughn with the $5 super chat in the building. One love to you, brother. Much appreciated. Thank you. He said, the real Errol, please stand up. Fat Camp. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm now, listen, to what 7714 said. That dude might be the same weight. In this juxtapose, this dude may be the same weight, y'all. But the body fat percentage may be extremely gapped. You know what I'm saying? The numbers may not add up when it comes to the body fat percentage. That may be off, but the scales may not. The scales might be on par. When it comes down to it, dramatically different, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? Looks and everything, aesthetics. This could be something to think about in the next couple of days. Seriously. Because truth be told, I'm not being sarcastic either. Those reef sharks that he has in the tattoo that's around his abdominals, they look like they've been eating pretty good. I'm serious. It's no freaking comedy to it or nothing, bro. Them reef sharks, them sand sharks look like they've been eating well on that tattoo. How are they being fed like that? You know what I'm saying? And if you're the big fish, why do you have more than one fish on your tattoo? If you are the big fish, why do you have more than one fish? You don't have more than one fish on your shirt. You got one shark. I think it's a shark, look like a bluefin tuna, but he has one shark on your shirt. But on your tattoo, you have sharks swimming around, which leads me to question who was with you when you had this tattoo done. Once again, but shout out to Don Vaughn with the $5 super chat on deck. Appreciate you, my brother. Shout out to Rice Eater 79. I don't understand what the aerosexuals are excited about. Aero body looks far off for being 3 weeks off. We have pictures of Crawford with his shirt on where he's seen his entire 8-pack. Now y'all just throwing goddamn just toxicity around here. You know what I'm saying? Hot sauce, Texas Pete. People are getting right. They're warming up for this 2.5 weeks out before this fight, y'all. Good point. I don't know their rights either. I don't know why they're so focused on size for this one. Because when he was headed in there for Ugas, they wasn't disattentive to size and muscle mass and you know how shredded he is. They wasn't attentive. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't playing the assiduous role for Ugas last April 16th. They wasn't. They didn't care. But all of a sudden, to boost up some confidence or whatever, hoping to get back to Team Spence of world-class boxing, you know, they sitting up here, oh man, he looks huge. He's ginormous. Oh my God, he says natural weight is 165, 68. Crawford don't have a chance. He has to weigh in and meet the 147-pound weight limit. I have to go back to what Spence said because I didn't quite get it. He said the weight that we agreed upon. It kind of took me off guard. Like, are y'all fighting at 147 or what are you talking about, my brother? Like, what do you mean exactly the weight you agreed upon? If you're fighting at a division that you've been campaigning at for quite some time, why would your language insinuate that you may be fighting at a different weight? Why would you and Crawford have to agree on a weight if you all are fighting in a championship fight for the 147-pound limit? I don't know. But Rice either say we have pictures of Crawford with his shirt on where he's seen his entire 8-pack, which is absolutely facts. Crawford was in the gym, getting that work in the lab. You know what I'm saying? Locked, dialed in. And yes, there's a picture circulating out there that dude look in tremendous shape. Shout out to Team Crawford as they prepare to go in here and set the example. And also in the process, make Spence the example. You feel me? Errol should be in the WBC clean boxing program as WBC champion, 24/7 testing. You have to be signed up for that particular testing. Like, you can be a WBC champion and you can actually be signed for the program and not be actually, you know, in the program. You know what I'm saying? You look on most box recs. When you look down at VADA for these WBC champions, it'll show that they check the box. Yeah. But that doesn't mean they're getting tested 24/7, especially if they in between fights. I might be wrong. You know, if somebody know any more about that, but hey. Um, thinker. I already said it. You better be careful. They have them Texas tactical teams out there. You put alcohol in the comments now. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you might get the tap on the window for real. They stealing dog food. They hiding your freaking house pets and shit. I mean, they doing some real crazy shit, man. They screenshotting your comments in here, man. I don't know why my chat is where people want to hold other people accountable. You know, they'll hold them accountable. What you doing over here? You was over there in WCS chat. I mean, come on, this grown, age-appropriate adults doing this shit. But be careful with that thinker. You know what I'm saying? You might be going down to the local food mart. Hey, how you doing? You got a minute? Yeah, it won't be long. Hey, y'all come over here for a second. Yeah, this is the guy telling you about. And do you remember making this comment over there at WCS chat right here? That right there. What do you mean alcohol? We from Texas. We drove all the way over here just to see what you meant. What do you mean by that? That alcohol? How does that relate to the fight? They might try to get you to explain yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? They might get you to explain yourself. For real. Cape Man people, what's good? Your boy Miss Blu-ray. See, now y'all just getting out of control, man. Now y'all trying to turn up. Why y'all had to bring Blu-ray Vision over here? Shout out to D-Town Boxing on deck. Now y'all are acting up for real. See, it's not even close to October, and y'all kicking skeletons around and shit, man. I swear to God, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now y'all are just being absolutely facetious with it because you brought Blu-ray into the situation, knowing damn well he is not a part of the camp this time around, even though I was basically advocating that they should bring Blu-ray back to the camp this time. It would have been good for publicity and also for the brother to get back in there where he belonged. I'm serious. Any guy, any athlete like Blu-ray Fitness who can perform the exercises with you, that's motivation in itself. Seriously. Now the relationship he got, you know what I'm saying, with Cape Man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why you said your boy. What are we doing? What are we doing here, bro? He said your boy. Why are you putting a guy that I have no idea? I never met the guy in life. He said your boy. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to put Spence off on me in an attachment with Blu-ray. That's just disrespectful, dog. That's just disrespectful, man. Not this fight. You know what I'm saying? The only way he gonna stop Crawford is when he wake up out that dream from that beat down. You know what I'm saying? Dreams can be graphic too, that D-Town. You know that. You know what I'm saying? You don't hey, you must have suffered some damage from closing your eyes thinking about this. You know what I'm saying? That's why you over here sound a little punchy. You know what I'm saying, D-Town? That's why you over here sound a little punchy right now. Because you know damn well you close your eyes and you've been thinking about this ass whooping that Spence about to get. You know what I'm saying? Them dreams can have you clenching your fists in your sleep, that D-Town. You feel me? You can wake up and you say, oh, my hands are sore. You look in the mirror, you don't beat yourself the fuck up, dog. Fucking around thinking about Crawford when you about to go in there and take a nap and you don't have a motherfucking nightmare, dog. You're looking in the mirror, you got two black eyes because you was beating yourself up. You thought you was defending yourself against Crawford, and the whole time you was in a dream, dog. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. You know what I'm saying? Watch yourself, man. That shit ain't healthy. Toby said EJ doesn't want to get into good of shape because he doesn't want to excite his fans too much until it gets closer to the fight. They won't handle it. So you trying to say the aerosexuals may potentially start to emphasize. They might try to over sexualize, something and basically bloviate how good of shape Spence in. I mean, I look at it like this. All I want him to do is make weight. Just make weight. I'm looking at that to the right. It don't look like you're on weight. Like your weight goes at 2.5 weeks out. It doesn't seem like, I don't know. I don't know if in this picture you're in your 150s yet, bro. I think you're still in your 160s, man. Real talk. Real talk. Shout out to 1/3 of the apostles. I am Cam Edwards in the building. What's good with it? He is here to lift the hands and spread the good word of boxing, man. Salute to Cam. He said Crawford in 6. Absolutely. No need to go through the whole, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Jab, Crawford, he gonna come out and southpaw. So he gonna slip the first jab and slip back, and he gonna go underneath and stick to the body. We can't come up with this prognosticated view of predictions. Like, we don't know how the fight is gonna play out. We want the fight, according to who you supporting, we want the fight to go for our favorite fighter. Okay, but all these predictions, I think, is frivolous at the end of the day. The shit is pointless. All these, why are you doing? First of all, let me propose this question. Why are you doing predictions with a month and a week out, like 40 some days out? You're doing predictions. 30 days, you're doing predictions. Shouldn't the predictions be right on fight week? After the final presser, heading into the weigh-ins, you see the weigh-ins. Oh, this is my prediction. Fight night tomorrow. This is my prediction. Was Errol looking down because he imagined how he gonna fall in the canvas? It's possible, Don. It's possible. Errol was absolutely trying to see, and put it in his thought process how his body will be lined in chalk on the canvas, whether it's going to be face first. I know D-Town will like that. Face first, you don't have to look at his expression and see it in your dreams when you go home that night. Or will he be lying on his back, sunbathing, looking into the lights as the referee serenades him? Hey! You know what I'm saying? Being the referee up there counting. You know what I'm saying? Looking up at the lights as the referee serenades you with that beautiful, that harmony of a count to let you know that something ain't right. And hopefully Crawford is not standing nowhere close by with his hands already up in the air. You know what I'm saying? We don't want anybody like myself to be able to snap a shot from a distance. I wouldn't have no other recourse except to put it on the thumbnail, every freaking day until I get tired. So let's just hope that he's looking at the canvas on whether he chooses to take a knee, whether he's going to be on his stomach or his back, or maybe even this. He could be on his side. He could give us a little bit of Erickson Lubin when he's reaching up. It looks like his arm is reaching up for some angels that he may see right there that's just floating above. You know what I'm saying? To say, you can do it. You can do it. Get up. And his body's not moving. Hey, talk your shit there, Lynn. Talk your shit, man. Talk your shit. Yeah. Let's get right. Let's get right. 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring these fireworks in the correct way. You know what I'm saying? Don said WCS Arrow looking at the ground because he imagined how he's going to land on the canvas. D-Town, you dreaming your breakdowns of amateur level. D-Town being over here, I told you it's going to be some strays over here now. D-Town, I know damn well you know how I get down over here. And you're going to come over here talking about some BS. You know damn well, you know me better than that, man. But I'm going to keep it light on him. I'm going to keep it light on D-Town because, obviously someone put him up to come over here to this chat. The closer to the fight, he's slowly trying to integrate himself over here into the chat. I guess you want me to drop the link. No, not today. Not today. No, you don't deserve that. I'm having a very distinguished boxing talk with the chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a very conducive boxing talk with the chat. And they've basically enlightened me with some very important information, man. People up here, thinking that in the picture he might be the same weight. That's not too far off the shit, right? This man might be the same weight in both pictures. Just conditioning wise, he ain't there yet. I'm just saying, bro. Shout out to UGC Flame on deck. What's good with it, brother? How you feeling? Yeah. UGC, the Black Horseman. Yeah. Shout out to the Black Horseman in the building, man. What it do? How is it over in the UK? Savannah Marshall on top again. How dare you, expert genius? Check this out, bro. How dare you bring Savannah Marshall into such an informative boxing topic that we're speaking on? And the biggest look, come on, man. It's just certain topics and certain names you don't supposed to mention in the code of things, right? There's a code. We're talking about undisputed welterweight, and you are attempting. Oh my God. Come on, expert genius. You better than that, dog. You better than that. You about to bring her name in a Crawford Spence live stream? That is so disrespectful. Absolutely. Shout out to Shaw News, the Sauce Experience, AK Showtime. Shaw, what's good? Smoothed butter, smothered buttered. Yes, sir, man. You know what it is. It's taking longer for his transient fats to transfer over to muscle. Something isn't going on correctly. You know what I'm saying? I've had people mention Blu-ray fitness is the missing piece to the puzzle. And the reason that may be the primary reason as to why this fat, this smothered butter haven't seeped through his pores yet, may have been the reason in the absence of Blu-ray fitness. Because Blu-ray, for what we heard, he had Spence like on a training regime that was just out of this world. He had Spence doing like 6,000 freaking crunches before he even got sparring in. So when Marvelous Jarvis attempted to go to the body before he even made impact, his shit was broken. That's Blu-ray right there. They say goddamn Spence shit used to goddamn glow like a Blu-ray. Like he used to have that ambient type of blueness when his abs got in shape. It was almost like a force field. So when Marvelous Jarvis used to try to swing and hit him to the body, you know what I'm saying? His shit would already be damaged before he even made impact. That's Blu-ray fitness right there. Dude had an effect on Spence like no other. Seriously. And if any one of y'all knows his DM or whatever, tell him the WCS. Really, I will hope that he get back in the camp. I'm serious. I will hope he get back in the camp. I don't know why they did Blu-ray like that, Derek James. I don't know why you did that man like that. Shout out to Lisa Bells, the OG on deck. What's good with you, Lisa? And happy Independence Day to everybody that's on deck. Happy Independence Day to you all. The only possible defense for Spence is that the post on the right is from weeks ago. If not, there's definitely something up. Look, it can be a week ago, but it's newly posted. This is something I grabbed from a newly posted pic. You know what I'm saying? This is within the realm of people marveling, you know what I'm saying, salivating over these new picks and how big and bulked up and muscular that these dudes look heading into this fight July 29th. It has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Seriously, it has nothing to do with anything. Appreciate that, Caps in full. Yeah, man, hit the like button, man. I shouldn't even have to tell you. And y'all make sure y'all go check out the pics from this past weekend in Toledo, Ohio. Check it out on IG. Much appreciated. You know, I put most of my work out there from the fights on IG, World Combat Sports. And also, you know, my Facebook group, Facebook page. Experts say that's what's up. I feel somewhat the same. Okay, he's talking about something totally different. Thanks. Appreciate you. There's definitely a difference, but fighters do different nutritional diets for the fights. Hey, shout out to Alan Freeman on deck. Hey, Freeman, you're absolutely right, right? Fighters are on different, you know, nutritional plans in between fights too there, Freeman. Like, you know what I'm saying? There are fighters who are free to go to the freezer and grab a Klondike bar. You know what I'm saying? They're free to do a lot of things, Freeman. You know what I'm saying? They're free to go up here and order Uber Eats and pick it up at a disclosed location just so they would not be spotted by team members who may run back and tell the nutritionist who just sit up here and prepared you baked fish, cauliflower, you know what I'm saying? And 2 tablespoons of spinach. But yet you were spotted out back picking up some Uber Eats from a fast food restaurants. Yes, you're right. There are different nutritional diets for the fights there, Alan. Absolutely, I agree with you on that. But there are different drop-off points located on people's property, especially a ranch, where he can take a horse all the way to the back and basically have a whole meal, finish it, and then walk back to the house like nothing's going on. Nobody is smelling it. None of that. You didn't hear it from me, bro. I'm just saying. I'm saying, Toby, that's what I see, bro. How are they eating that well, you know, tattooed on his stomach like that? Who's feeding them? This is like they have a steady supply of food, man. And come on, bro. Come on, man. This fight has always been about money for Spence. If you've been listening for the past 5 years, how else do you explain 80, 20, 70, 30 or whatever we give them? Nobody else got the same energy. Well, I look at it like this, Bandelli. It's just like they are prize fighters at the end of the day. My whole hang up with this negotiation process in 22 was that everybody wanted to be a part of negotiations, and they was hearing and regurgitating, and they was putting their own spin on shit. But one thing we know for sure is that Errol Spence made that 80, 20, 70, 30, whatever we want to give him shit. He said it out his own mouth. That we know to be true. My only hang up was that why aren't you trying to give Bud Crawford a fair purse? You know what I'm saying? Give this man a fair purse so he can be happy walking up in there, just like you Spence. You know, you get paid. But yet we heard some crazy type of stipulations that they was getting net pay on the back end. And all these aerosexuals up here talking about he don't deserve transparency. He don't deserve to take a look at the books. Deserve. They was using that D word. Like I had to use my own too. And I was like, are you dumb? Why wouldn't a fighter that's supposed to get net, knowing that net is different than gross, why wouldn't you want to be a part of a process that allow you to check over the expenses and the numbers to ensure that the little money that you are getting, that it's within the bounds of a proper payout. Like no one's not trying to take advantage of you. Why wouldn't you want transparency? Why wouldn't you want to take a look at the books? But they was up there just acting like he doesn't deserve it. And everybody thought they was a part of negotiation. That is the beautiful part about the intimate part about this negotiation 2023 is that it was pretty much kept confidential. As you heard at the first presser, someone did inquire about the split and it wasn't answered. So it's a lot that we don't know about this particular negotiation, which is great because now that we're closer to the fight, it don't freaking matter. What does matter is this goddamn thumbnail. This thumbnail is heavier than it's supposed to be. My PC is even acting up. It's saying, damn, dude, there's a weight limit on this motherfucking screen, dog. God damn, man. Even my PC fucking up. I thought you said it was going to, be around the 160, below. This dude look like he 170, 175, nigga. Like, damn, we struggling. I got a question for these aerosexuals. Y'all talk about size like the bigger guy would be too much. But was Brooke and Ugas too much for Spence? Well, the only one that he pretty much laid claim to size that expert genius was Kell Brook. He pretty much marveled at Kell Brook's size. He said, "Oh, he's a big fighter. He's this, that, and the other," and he was very braggadocious in explaining how he broke him up. You know what I'm saying? And with acute selective amnesia, he forgot that Kell Brook was coming off a loss under 9 months when Terrence Crawford pressed him for answers as to, yeah, Kell Brook was broken when you got him. Was he not? No, he wasn't. So we had an acute display of selective amnesia from Errol Spence. He pretended to forget that Kell Brook had just been broken up and beaten up and sent back down to 147. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Even some of the fighters in the WBC clean doping program aren't fully participating in and out of competition. If anyone going to be in Vegas for the fight, I'm trying to figure out where I'll be able to watch it on closed circuit. Well, it's going to be a lot of people out there, Ray. As a friend, you know what I'm saying? This is the only thing I can tell you that, Ray. I don't know if you're driving up there or flying, but understand this. Be highly prepared that for basically activity that you're not used to. I'm talking about very strange activity. All right. I'm not trying to prophesize no violence. All I'm trying to tell you is that those aerosexuals that would be leaving the T-Mobile Arena is not going to be in the best of mood. So if you're going to watch the I would suggest that you watch it probably in the MGM. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't watch it anywhere close to the T-Mobile because you're going to have, aerosexuals running out in traffic. You know what I'm saying? Throwing themselves in front of vehicles. I'm just doing stuff, acting erratic. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a high presence of law enforcement there because they already know what the aerosexuals, how their attitude and their mentality, their temperament. Seriously, it's going to be all bad, man. You know what I'm saying? So be careful, man. I would say watch the fight in the MGM or something far away from the T-Mobile so you don't have to worry about that. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna be some aerosexuals that also filter over into the MGM Grand. It won't take much for you to figure out who they are. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be highly emotional, there, Ray, and they're gonna be crying, blowing snot bubbles. Oh, no, fuck that, Omaha. I ain't never going to Omaha. You don't hear shit like that being spewed out. It's gonna be something you ain't never seen before. Real talk. These aerosexuals gonna lose their fucking mind, dog. They're gonna be ripping their own clothes out off. They're gonna be taking off their belt, beating themselves with their own belt and shit. Man, they're just gonna be on a whole nother level of dysfunction, man. All I'm saying, be careful, brother. I want you to make it home. Be careful going out there with them aerosexuals. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be doing some shit that you ain't just. You say, how would somebody take themselves through such extreme measures based off a fight? Why are they doing this stuff to them? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see aerosexuals trying to gnaw off their damn fingers and shit. They're gonna be actually out here bleeding and shit and trying to cannibalize themselves. I can't make this shit up, man. I'm going to the next. I can't make it up. These dudes in Dallas ain't gonna do ish. They just like to bump their gums, bro. It's gonna be some crazy shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like you seen in the Wakanda when that music was playing, and those guys start to walk off the side of the ship into the water. It's gonna be some shit like that, man. But the crazy thing about it, it's not gonna be a sound that's far away. I'm gonna be right up on them playing that harmonica. I'm gonna be playing that motherfucking funeral music. I'm gonna be playing that funeral music for their ass, dog. Shit, goddamn. I'm gonna have that megaphone playing that funeral music for their ass. Stop crying, goddamn it. Suck it up. You knew this day was coming. Stop whining. Dry that motherfucking eyes. Dry them up right now, goddamn it. Go to your room. What room you standing? Go to your room right now. Don't come out until the morning after you damn relax and got over this shit. Rice Eater 79 said, funny thing is, people didn't make such a big deal about Spence size fighting much smaller Mikey because people see no other advantages for Spence versus Bud. Man, talk that, man. Break it down. Split the pages, man. I hear you, man. They wasn't making a big deal because it wasn't a concern to them. See, you have to understand, Rice Eater, that them guys you mentioning, they was just a build up to the easy route. That's all. They was just a build up. Mikey Garcia was just to, finesse the people, massage their pockets a little bit to get them to come to AT&T Stadium. 135-pounder coming up there to 147. You had the casuals up here. Well, to be honest, he's not really a 30. Yes, he was, because he came up from 35 to 47. When things get a bit more understanding, it's the fact that, once again, Spence said out of his own mouth about the easy route. Internal to that easy route, there was no enclosures that included Terrence Crawford's name being a part of the easy route. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a part of the easy route. So they wasn't going to make a big deal about him facing fighters that they knew he could beat. They knew he would probably go in there and beat Porter. They just didn't know if he could or not. You know what I'm saying? He was much bigger than Porter. They pretty much said, okay, yeah, he's going to go in there and fight Porter. Boom. They knew for a fact that he was going to come out the winner against Ugas. But ultimately, Spence said that he was taking the easy route. And Crawford was not a name that was on the list for the easy route. They didn't care. They didn't care about the Mikey Garcias, the two Garcias, and you know what I'm saying? They didn't care about the two Garcias. Let's just cut to the chase. He didn't care about Mikey and Danny. You know what I'm saying? The main participants that they was concerned about was the WBC champion at the time, Sean Porter, and Yordenis Ugas. That's it. They weren't worried about all the other people. We know Danny Garcia was just there to collect a check and move around, and you know what I'm saying, just get Errol Spence back into the groove. That's all. Make it look worse than what it was. You gotta understand, these fighters, they go to spar. They know how to get beat up if they want. They know how to damn take off rounds. They know how to get beat up. How can Danny Garcia and Ugas get beat up, swollen faces and all that? Why? Because they pretty much allowed punishment to come their way, especially Ugas. Ugas was having extreme amount of success until Lawrence Cole reminded him that the orders was in hand and to slow the fuck down. And that's when Spence started to beat him up, and Lawrence Cole helped him back to the locker room. Doctor, yeah, take a look at this. He's good? Okay. Time. Fight. Up. Time. Doctor, take another look. Fight's over. Cool. There you go. There you go, Spence. Congratulations. Yeah, that's how I do it. I'm Lawrence fucking Cole now. That's how he did it, y'all. But shout out to Rice Eater 79 for that $5 super chat, brother. Much appreciated to you. The last couple of pounds are usually water weight, which is the easiest part to cut. The fight will be good, and I look forward to it. Crawford footwork and actually plus high IQ is dangerous. I agree, that's it. But it's according to how well the fighter has maintained their weight. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to muscle, you can deplete that last water and have too much muscle, and it takes a little bit harder to get that last amount of pounds off, because you may not have any more water to deplete. And you're talking about sitting in the hot motherfucking tub doing all the little remedies that they got. And if it's nothing else, you're in trouble. But you are right. The water usually, the last remaining is it, but it's not that easy for everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at Spence right now. He has plenty of water left, among other things. I just hope he lose that weight. Seriously, I don't want him to miss weight, man. I want him to be able to make weight. I don't want him going up there being escorted to the scale. We don't want him up there breathing hard, coughing and shit. Get him on the scales. Hey, y'all have to let him go. Okay? Y'all can't hold him while he on the scale now. Let me go. I can do it. God damn it. I'm not eating no more smothered crab legs and try to cut weight. Y'all can't hold him on the scales. Remember that. Whoever is going to be escorting him, y'all can't hold him on the scales now. Don't have that dude up there barely, being able to stand up. I'd like to see the rematch as well. My prediction, Bud by destruction. I like that. I like that. I mean, Blunt is even on record saying Bud is going to be full-time undisputed. Imagine that. Imagine that prediction to reality. That would be crazy. That should be crazy. Errol would be on his back, looking into the lights as a choir of angels harmonized to welcome his spirits home. For real, dog. You know what I'm saying? For real. He gonna be paying attention. Wow, it's so beautiful over here. Wow, I never knew it looked like that. Now I understand what Fury seen when Deontay knocked his ass out in the 12th round. Man, they talk about places like this, but I never knew it looked so beautiful. No, Cam. No, have him look into the light, shawty. Come on, Cam. Have him look in the lights, man. That's the only way he's gonna rededicate himself. You know what I'm saying? Have him look in the lights, man. We try to warn him. We try to warn him, dog. Have him look in the lights, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Errol took this pick about a week ago. Start smiling. Okay, that's what's up, man. So I know it's recent, you know what I'm saying? But that midsection, it's not looking up to par, in my opinion. Andrew Charles on that. What it good? What it do there, Andrew? Salute to you, bro. What's good? In Conquest, what's good? Salute to you. These MFs lied, set up movie clips, fake negotiations, injury reports, change of management, etc. Hey man, there we go. We got another person up here just dropping receipts on the informational disbursement that affected the minds of these aerosexuals, because they showed enough went out here repeating, repeating information that they heard or whatever. They just kept on repeating things that they heard. They kept putting their own little, dressing it up with their own little spin and adding information and shit. Now the talking is over, bro. The talking is done. We 2.5 weeks out, bro. You know what I'm saying? 2.5 weeks out, man. Karate Body, what's good? Ray Sanders said, shout out to Ray Sanders the second, man. I told one of them that their $80 t-shirts is gonna be a rash rag, a rash rag for the car come 7:30. Yes, sir, man. A wash rag for the car come 7:30. Man, I don't know about that, man. I think they putting that, they're gonna put those shirts, well, most of them gonna have it on. Real talk. Most of them gonna show up in Vegas with those shirts on, just so people can say, "Oh man, you a Spence fan? So did you use cash or credit? You use credit, so you're paying interest on that shirt? Oh man, that's just stupid. That's just stupid. If I was you, I just would have dropped cash on it. Period. You put it on your credit card, it's gonna build up interest. Oh my God, they're gonna be wearing those shirts out there, Ray. Shout out to Ray Sanders with the $5 super chat in the building. Appreciate you, brother. One love. Thank you. Appreciate you. Continue to support the channel, man. But that $80 t-shirt, man, I hope it was cash, God damn it. Because you gotta order it online. A lot of you niggas paying for them t-shirts with credit cards, knowing your interest rate is 32 and a third. 32% and a third. You goddamn got that high interest rate. Somebody didn't guide you right, dog. If Spence get knocked out, people gonna rush the ring like they did at Floyd Mayweather's exhibition. It might be that. That's why I was telling Ray earlier. I was saying, hey man, you gonna watch the fight, watch it in a good enough distance, where people can, you see people running in the casino, and they can give you forewarning. Hey, this was headed your way, man. We don't know what's going on with these people. You know what I'm saying? Security can't stop them. They're basically irate, man. Shout out to Karate Body, man. Salute to you in the building. Shout out to Green on deck, man. What's good with it, brother? Salute WCS in the chat. You're right. They put the call in and said, Ugas stopped punching, arrow in the liver, and countering his left hook with body shots. Man, Ugas was very, very punctual. His appointment with his right hand, man, wasn't he? Oh my God, he was making Spence pay. But Lawrence Cole had to remind Ugas, listen, we're not playing this game. You're not retaining the title, Ugas. So you want me to help you out, or you gonna stick with the plan? What you want me to do? Because I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'll stop boxing, Lawrence. God, man, you take stuff so serious. Just allow me to put in some more rounds, man. It's a good fight. No, that's not the plan. Okay, that's not the plan. Okay, you follow the rules, or I'm gonna have to intervene. Okay, we have this guy named Tony Weeks. He's worse than me now. He just stopped the fight and wave his hand and say, no. I'm trying to give you opportunity. All I'm gonna do is call the doctor, get beat up a little bit more, call the doctor, and then they're gonna let you fight, and then beat up a little bit more, and then I'm gonna call it, and they're gonna call a fight. Okay. Well, I wouldn't dare do you like Tony. I wouldn't dare walk up on you and just say, no, you can't do it. They're gonna be crying in them shirts, covering with their faces, with them Spence lose that fight. I'm gonna see a bunch of Spence merch left up drying off people's eyes and wiping snot. Man, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be rags all over Vegas, man. That's why I hope these cats didn't put this shirt on their credit card, because then they're gonna become scammers, blunts. They're gonna be calling the credit card company to my, you know what? I know I bought this a week ago. I mean, somebody stole my credit card a week ago, and can I get a refund on this shit, man? Somebody stole my credit card for real. But sir, I just heard you said you purchased it a week ago. That wasn't me. My brother always playing, man. Stop playing around, dog. I'm serious. I don't know if he stole my credit card or somebody, but I get those charges reversed? The niggas gonna be trying to get reimbursement for them shirts, dog. They gonna try to say somebody stole their card and shit, man. They say, sir, when did you call and get a block on the card? No. Were you at the fight this past weekend, yesterday? I mean, yeah, we had some charges that was all over Vegas, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We have charges. Yes, I see a charge right here for the nosebleeds. You went to see Crawford versus Spence. T-Mobile, is that you? Yeah. Oh. So let me guess. You was going for Spence, right? That's what this scamming. Sir, hold on for a second. I have to report this to higher. No, I'm fine. I just take the shirts. I just deal with them. Don't worry about it. I just take the shirts. Don't worry about it. I take them. I just keep them on the credit. Don't do that, Spence. Aerosexuals. Don't give up now. Don't turn your back on them. They talking about you're gonna smoke bud. I wonder if y'all got enough buds y'all smoke, all the way to this fight week, because they got 2.5 now. 3.5 weeks leading up to the fight day. 2.5 weeks of training remaining. And things are going to be extremely interesting when it comes to Team Spence in these next 2.5 weeks. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. He gonna have to really not cheat. From looking at this picture, still look like he's cheating. You know what I'm saying? He's freaking eating food that he's not supposed to eat, or he just may be shedding the extra fat that he had from April 16th of last year, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? But people, hey, I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I gotta bounce. I really do. I gotta bounce. We'll do it again tomorrow. Hey, I want to say salute and thank you. Let me get this last super chat. And Conquest 2 with a $3 super chat on deck in the building. Salute to you. And he says, support the grind. No doubt, brother. I appreciate you, man, supporting the channel. And once again, I ask that you all check out those pictures. I'm still disseminating pictures out from the rest of the fights. You know what I'm saying? But I did put out some, not all, of fights of Jarrell Miller and Charles Martin. I also put out the fights of Jahai Tucker versus I think Nicholas Flats. They had a very good fight. I'm working on Tyler McCreary and his fight. I haven't got the Tiger, and here and there you'll see Abdullah Mason's come out and Andre Ware. But yeah, just take a peek at the pictures, man. And I appreciate the support that those of you that's already been over there to check them out. Yeah, the grind don't stop, man. The grind don't stop. I appreciate y'all. Salute. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll do it again. I'm out.